Welcome back. I'm gonna adjust my camera. So, guys, today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. Today we are gonna be talking about a story, and then we're gonna be playing just a little bit of Spider-Man. And it's really the detective story. So, if you guys like detective stories, it's perfect for you. So let's start it off. It was in 3rd grade, and each day we had specialists at like 8 to 9, around that time. So we had specialists for an hour. And so we were split, because we were in there were 5 classes in 3rd grade, only 4 specialists. So we were split into 5 groups and then sent to one of the classes, because we had around 20 students. I was sent with 4 other people, like I said, and we were sent to Mrs. I'm gonna name her Mrs. Felicia, sure. So we were sent to Mrs. Felicia every day, and we had to do a specialist with them. And there was this kid in our class. He was pretty mean, not that nice. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep his name a secret. I'm going to name him Miguel, because that's around where his name is. So Miguel, he was in Mrs. Felicia's class. And so he had like an anger issue. So he was really mean about it, and he one time he broke a whiteboard because he wanted to do math. So that was kind of mean. It would also just be in general mean to everyone. And me, Ty, and Rocky at the time were really into like detective things. Detective notepad stuff. Because we had been watching like detective shows. Have you ever heard of Phoenix Wright? Ace Attorney? We had been watching videos on that, and we were really like, yeah, there's detectives. So we were like asked, hey, could you solve this mystery? And we had never lost a mystery before, because it was 3 detectives, and we were really good at finding things. And we had cases like the stolen scissors and stuff, and a bunch of kids would just come up to us and ask us for mysteries. But one time, we didn't even have to get asked. We were just on the case, because Mrs. Thumb had told every single class that her $100 guitar was broken. So, yeah. And we were on the case. We were like, who broke it? It wasn't a mistake. It didn't just fall over and crash. It was on its stand. So we had to find out who broke it. We eventually did. We did. We found out who did it. So we had questioned a lot of people. We had questioned a lot of people, and we were like really being detective-ish about it. We were finding clues. And Vinny, this was around snowy time, so like Christmas time. Vinny, which we'll name Vinny, was like trying to help us during this. I actually just said the person's name on accident, so yeah, so let's just call him by his real name. So Vinny, he was trying to help us, and we were like, no, we don't need help. We have other people to help us. And he was being really suspicious about it. He was like, oh, I think that kid did it. And we questioned pretty much everyone in the school. We had 500 kids, 3 of us. We spread out, and this took about maybe the entire year. Well, the entire Christmas time to the end of the year to figure it out. So we'd like question everyone, and we asked Vinny. We were like, dude, did you break the guitar? We said, what were you during specialist time on whatever day it was? And we were asking him, and he sounded so sure about it. He was like, oh, I was just doing specialist. We had PE that day. And I was really suspicious about that because one day I wasn't there, and then the next day she said it was broken. So we were like really suspicious about Vinny, and he would act strange, like follow us to make sure he wasn't found out. He was the one that broke it. He broke it. We don't know when, how, or why he broke it. We just know that he did it. Well, we do know when, we do know where, we do know how, we just don't know why he broke it. Actually, he hated Mrs. Stump, so that's why he broke it. But he was really suspicious, so we had thought it was him from the get-go. So it was him, but we weren't too sure. We started following him around just a little bit during recess time. And at lunch, he would like pick this time we got to pick our tables, like where we would sit. We didn't just have to sit anywhere. So he would pick the seat nearest to the farthest place away from the music. And we didn't sit by him, we sat closest. And I was really like, we should have a classroom court date. And we just never got to doing that. But we found it was Vinny because we were following him around, and he was like paying kids that knew it was him to not tell. Like, they had found out, because he went to the office. Everyone went to the office and was asked about it. He went to the office, came out with a not smug face, like he had accidentally leaked information, and kids eventually found out what he leaked. He leaked out that he was lying about the specialist, and they in that minute knew that he did it. And he would go around with money in his backpack and hand it out to kids that knew. So it was like, and he didn't think we knew. So we had watched him and said, don't tell anyone that I broke it, okay? And we were really like, okay. These kids weren't sure. They were thinking he was just giving money away. Some of them he thought knew, most of them didn't know. Only 2 other people other than us solved this case. It was it was one of my friends and then a girl in my class. So we were figuring this out, and Vinny eventually comes up to us and says, hey guys, why are you following me? And he had a posse behind him. He had this giant posse behind him. And they were all like, why are you guys following us? Why? And eventually, he was like on to us, and he wasn't going to pay us. Well, he was going to pay us, but not in the way you would think. So we started running, and I was the slowest of the group, but I could still outrun everyone in that posse because he had the slowest kids. Vinny was pretty slow too. And we just started running. I was fast at the time, but not as fast as Rocky and Ty. They were booking it, and we were running, and eventually we lost them. I don't know how. We hid under the big toy, and eventually we just lost them. And we were like, phew, that's a reliever. And we knew it was him because he had his posse that was all like, he broke it. So eventually we walked into the office and said, hey, we know who did it, Vinny did it. And they were like, do you have evidence to prove this? And yes, we did have evidence because the people that were running had dropped money, some of their money, that said, I broke it, don't. Like, he wrote it. Like, he was stupid enough to write what he was doing on each dollar that he handed out. So we showed it, and they were like, okay, we'll call Vinny down. Thank you guys for your help. And Vinny got called down, and their whole posse, the next recess, was chasing us. Eventually, Vinny comes back and says, back off. And so, yeah. Crazy story. It's 11 minutes long. At the end of the school year, we had basically said we have enough of detective things for now. In 4th grade, we did some more detective, and now I'm in Parkway, so hopefully there will be some more missions or cases. So let's start playing. Yeah, it wasn't really trauma for me. I just thought I should get that off of my chest. Because I've been really wanting to tell someone that.
Control. What's our status at Sycamore? TCP is 5x5, containing all suspicious persons.
I wanted to tell you guys about that.
If that keeps up, someone could get hurt. Or worse. Sorry, forgot my ID. How about I prove who I am by kicking your butt?
Let's just straight again. Missions so much. Oh, I gotta take the turret down. Gotta leave some. I hate these missions. Ah, no. I hate these so much. I hate them. I don't like Sable things. My negative shockwave doesn't work on them either, I don't think. Also, why am I wearing this suit? I want to wear... This visual entity. Let's wear the last stand suit. I actually forgot to look at my skills menu. But I didn't really need to because I'm 100% in all of them. He was born in China? Connecticut, New York City. Can I go back up? Jefferson Davis, New York City. Everyone knows what the people want. Miles Morales, Rio Morales. Oh, come on. Sable was born in Dr. Morgan Michaels. Hold on, he was born in Iowa. Mr. Negative. He is an occupation terrorist. Oh. How? Mr. Electro. Rhino, of course, he was born in Russia. Everyone knows Rhino was born in Russia. Oh yeah, the Scorpion. I didn't like him. His mission was kind of stupid. I mean, it was clever though. And Dr. Octopus, criminal mastermind. And age unknown, place of birth unknown. Overzealous spider fan. That mystery guy. I don't have any of the DLC. The highest, I don't have any of them. I don't. Let's do some more crowd fighting. Hey, hey. Oh, crap. Where's the crime?
Aw, all for me? I didn't get any peace until I shut that down.
I should probably get a new superpower. It's got web awesome.
A rooftop party for me? With spotlights and everything?
Watch my back.
Wow, what? No, thank you. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. That is for sure. That'll do some damage. Get out of here, and also you get out of here.
Surround him.
And you get out of here. And so you.
One less stable observation post. Should make my day a little easier.
I'm not sweating. My hairline is just horrible right now.
This is Stable Control, requesting status update from Museum Miles.
Armored patrol on the move. No sign of priority target.
Excuse me, is this Crosstown Express?
Did he just say is this Hawkeye's grandpa?
Subject is resisting. Don't let him move as well.
You asked for it. Welcome to the end. There's obviously a fight one, get 10 free special on Sable Agents right now.
We need backup.
Turret. You down?
He's doing this.
You down? I want to take you down. And then of course, let's take you down.
All units, we have received reports of a break-in.
A break-in, eh?
Incident is active near Carnegie Hall.
These guys were already breaking. I better step. Wow, you all forgot your keys? Gloves off! Okay, now I'm just showing off.
I gotta hurry. Look at these guys.
So much for getting all of them.
Hello?
My bad.
Supposed to get all of them. I'm gonna go get the others now. Oh. Did they just disappear? Well, dude, how am I supposed to get all of them if they all just break?
This is Control. What's the status of Vanderbilt?
Seriously?
Observation post is live. On alert for priority targets.
Oh, guys, it's really starting to verge on stalking.
Bring him down!
I think a concussive attack will knock the armor off.
Oh goodness, now I'm in there. I think I'm just gonna continuously press A.
Moving in!
Oh, this guy.
Let's kick it up a notch. I should have.
Dang it, I pressed the button to heal! Well, I guess we have to end it there. Sorry guys, that's where we have to end it. Goodbye.